Jai Mulnivasi to all. I am Vicky Chaudhary. Today, 18th June 2021. Today is the 80th death anniversary of Mahatma Ayyankali from Kerala state. In 1863, on 28th August, he born in a Venganur village. He born in an untouchable family, he suffered a lot. In that time, untouchables was denied all the fundamental rights like using public roads, the right to education, and using public institutions. It was denied and in that time. So once upon a time, on the occasion of Onam festival is the famous festival in Kerala state. So during that festival, Mahatma Ayyankali was playing football with his friends. So all of a sudden ball goes to the neighbor house, and that neighbor house belonged to an upper caste family. So that owner came out and he abuses Mahatma Ayyankali in bad words. He scolded him very much. So that occasion hurted him a lot and it hurted his self respect. So since that day, he decided to destroy this untouchability, caste system, and varnashram, and all these inequalities which has been imposed on untouchables and also touchable like this. So he wanted to take education for that. But when he went to school for the admission, he was denied of the admission on the basis of the Vedas and Shastras written by learned but not intellectual Brahmins. So he thought that education is very important instrument for the liberation of untouchables, but he had not been given that. So he thought that we must build our own school. We must start our own school. So Mahatma Ayankali in 1904, he started his own school. He built his own school. When it had been started on the very first day of the school, that school was demolished. That school was destroyed by the Nambudri Brahmins and all other upper caste people because they were not ready to give the right to education to the untouchables. But Mahatma Ayankali did not stop his work. He thought that anyhow we have to get the education. So he started fighting against these Brahminical order, these Brahmins and upper caste people in Kerala. So he called a strike. What kind of strike? Because in that period of time, the whole economy was depend on agriculture, and in agriculture most of the untouchables were working as a labor, so they did not work in the farm of upper caste or Nambudri Brahmins. So because of that, their economy started falling down. Because of that, the government also came in tension, economical tension. So because of this pressure created by Mahatma Ayankali, Trivandrum government, they had brought an order in 1910 for giving the admission to untouchables in every school. It was the achievement of the movement started by Mahatma Ayankali. But even after this order, the Brahmins and upper caste Brahminical mentality people, they were not ready to give the admission and allow the untouchables to get education. But even though he was trying hard, and day by day, gradually, our people started getting admission in the school because of his hard work and hard moment. He started against the Brahminical system. And one more thing is that in that time, our people were not allowed to walk on the road. It was a very big challenge to get this kind of fundamental rights. So he started to walk on the road. When he started walk on the road along with his colleagues and his friends, they were attacked by Brahmins and upper class people. Because of that, there was a battle, there was a fight between untouchables and the so-called Brahmins and upper caste people. And in that fight, the upper caste people, they used weapon, and untouchables also for their safety, they had also used weapon, and they won that battle on the road, and there was a bloodshed. The road got wet with the blood. On that day, our forefather Mahatma Ayyankali claimed that freedom is my birthright. Since that day, they continued their protest. And in the end, we got that right to in the leadership of Mahatma Ayyankali. So in 1907, he organized our people under the banner of Sadhujana Paripalana Sangam. He established an organization in 1907. Through that organization, he was working, and that organization had been taken to the near about 1000 villages. It means that he had 1000 units of the organization in Kerala state. Because of that, he had the support of mass. So after watching all these things, British government came to the conclusion that he is a mass leader. He is the leader of the society. So he must be given a representation into the legislature assembly, legislative assembly. So in 1911, he became a legislative member in Travancore, means today Trivandrum, in Kerala state. So after being a member of Legislative Assembly, he claimed our political rights and social rights. Up to the end, he was fighting for the rights of untouchables, that is equality, liberty, and justice and fraternity, all these things. But he did not attend any school. Because of that, he was unable to read and write, even though he was fighting for our people day and night. So in 1916, he felt that if we want to awaken our people and organize them at large scale, and if we want to give the voice to the voiceless, we must have our own media. So he started his own magazine in 1916 and kept his work on up to his last breath. But he never gave up and he never compromised with his aim and with the enemy. Because of that, he became a charismatic leader in Kerala. Whenever and wherever he goes, thousands of people comes to listen him. That kind of leader he was there. And as much as possible, he tried to protect the rights of our people. Even though he was not that much educated, but he was very much loyal to the people. Because of that, he sacrificed his life, time, treasure, and talent for the upliftment of our society. That's what we can learn from Tata Ayankali, Mahatma Ayankali. And I hope you will also gain this lesson from him. We are intellectual, but intellectual is not only the matter. The matter is our loyalty towards our society. Then only we can get the real freedom. That's what we have to learn from our forefather, that Mahatma Ayyankali. Thank you very much.